Today by Darren Weeks from the Black Rifle Coffee Company. Darren has been with us before, and Darren, you look like you're in a much warmer spot than we are today.
Yeah, every winter I like to come down to Cabo San Lucas, so I do have a little tan, and I feel bad for you Canadians. I mean, I'm still drinking lots of coffee, but I don't have to drink coffee down here.
Well, and that's what we're here to talk about is the Black Rifle Coffee Company, and just maybe find out, is there anything that's new that's happening with the company since we spoke to you last?
Well, continued growth. We've grown year over year for the last, 2 years since we operated in Canada. And I just want to say thanks to you and to all the, people who support Black Rifle Coffee. So that's new, that we keep growing, finding more dealers. And we have a couple new staff that are, one's a current member of the Canadian Armed Forces and one's a retired member of the Canadian Armed Forces. So between those guys keeping us busy, we're giving lots back to charity and just having a really good time with this business.
And for those who maybe don't know the details of how the company works and how it works with the veterans, can you just explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's Black Rifle Coffee is an American-based company, and when I met some of the owners a couple of years ago, they asked me to bring it to Canada. I got involved because I'm on the board of the Warrior's Heart. Basically, it's a foundation. It helps veterans, first responders with PTSD, plus drug and alcohol problems. So I was one of the investors there, a board member, and when I tasted the coffee, I said, hey, we need this in Canada. So that's kind of how it started, and it was a veteran-owned company, and in the United States, they got a lot of press because they employ so many veterans. The coffee is obviously very, very good, and they've kind of been a very, very successful company, and they launched into Canada about 2 years ago.
And now there is a storefront, probably close to us would be the St. Albert location, is that correct?
Yeah, we have an office in St. Albert. We did create a small storefront, and then we have a dealer network, probably over 100 dealers across the country. And, since we first started with Black Rifle in the United States, we now try to source everything in Canada. So we have our roasting facility in Alberta. We roast on a weekly basis and get people as fresh as coffee as possible. And besides our dealer network, most of the customers just order online through blackriflecoffee.ca, and it's just sort of fresh ordered coffee sent to your door, in 2 or 3 days via the courier systems.
It must feel good, Darren, to be a part of something like this where, a lot of businesses just have product, but in this case, you're also giving back?
It really does, and I just got kind of goosebumps thinking about it. There's a good friend named Glory Meldrum, and she is the founder of the Little Warriors charity in Edmonton. It helps children that were sexually abused, and she literally just texted me, and we're going to talk after this interview. And she has a big luncheon on May 1st, and Black Rifle supported their charity since day one. One of our coffee blends is called Little Warriors because we want to give back. And as I get older, Stacey, and have some business experience, I didn't bring Black Rifle Coffee Canada here to make money. It's just nice to give back and to support, whether it's veterans, law enforcement, or in this case, Glory and Little Warriors. So it's always just really nice to meet wonderful people that help so many people out, and we're happy to be part of that.
And Darren, if anybody wants to order the coffee or some of the products, you have mugs, there's shirts, there's all kinds of things on the website. What is the address that they go to?
Yeah, it's blackriflecoffee.ca. I could show off my shirts and I could show off the mugs and all those things, but if you go to the website, you'll see, all the different products. It's a lot more than just a coffee company, that's for sure.
All right, Darren, well, thank you so much. We appreciate you chatting with us today, and we'll keep talking to you in the future, too, see how things are going. And as you know, we have military bases around this area, both in Cold Lake and Wainwright, and at the air show in Cold Lake, they had the coffee there, and it's just nice to see everybody excited because of the fact, like I said, it is more than a product. So we thank you for being involved with that, and thank you for joining us today as well.
And thanks for the opportunity. I just want to really repeat that it's very nice that you guys consider small businesses important, and we always appreciate being on your show. Thank you.
Thanks, Darren.